If you're watching this, odds are you just checked your A2P status in GoHighLevel and saw the word rejected sitting right there. Maybe it's the first time, maybe it's the third, and I'm gonna guess that you've already seen a dozen videos telling you to rewrite your opt-in language, change one word in your campaign, add a privacy policy link, and resubmit. That advice puts you right back into the same 2 to 3 week line for the same rejection. I'm not doing that today. I'm gonna show you how to send text inside of GoHighLevel without going through A2P at all, and you'll have it running in about 10 minutes. So here's the plan. First, I'll show you why this actually works. Then I'll walk you through the full setup step by step. And at the end, I'll break down the best use cases for it and where it doesn't fit in your SMS outreach. But let me prove it to you before I explain a single thing. So this is my own GoHighLevel account. And right here, my A2P 10DLC registration is rejected. This is the third time in a row that I get the rejection status. And I'm ready to bet that this is the exact screen that you're probably staring at right now. But now, watch this. When I jump over to my conversations tab, I'm texting leads back and forth like nothing's wrong. Messages are going out and replies are coming in, a rejected registration and a fully working texting system living in the same account at the same time. That's what we're going to set up today. So here's why that rejection just keeps happening and why none of these fixes actually get you out of it. So when you register for A2P, what you're really doing is submitting your business to the carriers like Twilio, T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon and asking them to approve you. And they're checking a lot of things. They want the opt-in language on your website to match your campaign word for word. They want a privacy policy that spells out exactly how you handle text consent. They want your business name to line up perfectly with what the IRS has on file for you. They want your sample messages to match what you told them the campaign was for. So there's a lot here. So those fixes every other video told you to make, like the opt-in wording, the privacy policy link, those are all real things they check. The problem is, even when you get every single one of them right, you could still land on that rejected screen because the carriers are filtering so hard now that real businesses like yours and mine get swept with the spammers that they were trying to keep out in the first place. So you fix one thing, you resubmit, and you wait another 2 to 3 weeks and you're right back where you started. But here's the part that changes everything. So all of it, the registration, the approval, the rejections only exist on SMS because SMS is the one channel that actually runs through those carriers. And if you're a business operating in the USA, there's a second channel that your leads are already on every single day, one that the carriers have no control over. That channel is iMessage, the same one your leads are using on their iPhones to text the people they know. It's a P2P channel, so that whole approval process was never part of it. There's no A2P to register for and nothing to get rejected from. And it could be set up in just a couple of minutes in your GoHighLevel account. So let's build it out. Step 1. Start by heading to GoHighLevel. Make sure that you are on an agency view and that you're an administrator of the agency. You're going to open the app marketplace and search for sendblue. And you're going to see here that it's got over 32,000 installs. So yeah, just know that you're not alone in this. A2P really sucks, and this is a proven way out. So install it and select the sub accounts that you want it added to. Then go to your settings, click on phone system, click additional settings, click telephony provider, and switch it from lead connector over to sendblue iMessage. This switches your texting infrastructure onto P2P iMessage instead of A2P SMS. Step 2. Head to the Google Chrome Web Store, search for sendblue again, and install. In just a minute, I'll show you what this looks like, but for now, just know that this is going to add an iPhone widget to your GoHighLevel account to improve your texting and your calling experience. Step 3. You'll want to let sendblue know how many leads you plan on texting each day and the area code that you'd like your number to have. And with that, they'll get a virtual iPhone activated and connected to your account. And to do that, all you need to do is click the first link in the description section of this video to connect with the sendblue team. And I suggest you use that specific link since it lets them know that you're doing your GoHighLevel setup right now at your computer watching this exact video. Now, for those of you that rather just play around with the sendblue dashboard and get a feel of what it's like to send native iMessages to your leads, you could also use the second link in the description section of this video to spin up a free sendblue account. And just know that sendblue doesn't normally offer free accounts, so take advantage of that while it's still there. Step 4. Once your phone lines are activated by sendblue, which normally happens in just a couple of minutes, head to your Conversations tab and you'll see a new iMessage panel pop up next to the SMS one. So moving forward, all of your texting can be done with this iMessage tab. Even if you are texting leads that have an Android phone, you could text them using this tab here. That's because your sendblue phone line will automatically fall back to an SMS text when it can't send an iMessage. Now, let's be honest, texting in GoHighLevel is very, very clunky. That's why I had you download the Chrome app before, because this will give you a much better texting experience in your account. Basically, in your account, wherever you see contacts, you could click on this widget that opens a virtual iPhone. And from here, you could send text messages back and forth with your leads, and you could also send them media like videos and voice messages that are going to play directly on your lead's phone without having them click on the link to watch or to listen. Plus, all of the conversation history will be logged right back in the conversation tab, as you can see right here. Same thing goes for phone calls here. So you could place phone calls using this little widget here, and all of the call recordings will be available right back in the conversation tab. Step 5. If you're running any automations or workflows in your HighLevel account that use texting steps, this is how to switch them out. So open any workflow, locate the SMS steps, delete them, and replace them with iMessage steps instead. You could keep the same copy and delays and triggers for now. It's an easy one-to-one replacement because you're changing which channel the message delivers on. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Phone system set up in just a couple of minutes without ever registering for A2P10 DLC. Now, before you close this out, there's one more thing that you really need to understand, because as good as this is, it's not the tool for every message that you send in your business. Here's the way to think about this. So A2P and the P2P system we just set up aren't better or worse than each other. They're just built for two completely different jobs, and once that clicks, you'll always know which one to reach for. So A2P is your regular carrier SMS, and it's the thing that you got rejected from. It's a megaphone. So it's designed to take one message and push it out to a giant list all in one shot, and that's the whole reason that it bills you for every text that goes out. P2P running on iMessage isn't a megaphone at all. It's a phone. It's for the actual conversations that move someone towards buying, like following up after a lead opts in, or warming up a lead who's not ready yet, or waking up a database that's gone quiet, nudging someone about their appointment or their webinar, anywhere that there's a real person on the other end who raised their hand and said that you could text them. And that's exactly why the billing works the way that it does. You pay per phone line instead of per text, so once a conversation's open, you could follow up as many times as it takes completely free. Because that's where deals actually get made, not in the first message, but in the 5th, the 8th, and the 15th. And this is the part that makes the whole thing worth it. So I've been tracking my text message campaign performance on thousands of leads for just about a year now, and on iMessage, I'm normally sitting around a 76% response rate against roughly 37% on regular SMS. And that gap isn't some trick. It's just what happens when you stop interrupting people on a channel that they ignore, which is SMS, and start talking to them on one that they're already living on every single day, which is iMessage. So the rule here is really simple. Broadcasting to a big list is an A2P job. Having real conversations with leads who actually opted in, that's this right here. What it's not is a cold outreach machine, so don't go pointing at it to a list of people that never give you their phone number, because that's not what a P2P channel is built for, and it's not what it's good at. So that's the fix. You're texting in GoHighLevel with no A2P, and you pulled it off in just a couple of minutes. But here's the thing that nobody warns you about. iMessage is a completely different channel than SMS, and if you just paste in the same text you were blasting before, they're gonna fall flat. People engage with iMessage the way they talk to friends, not the way they ignore a broadcast. So the messages have to be built for it. I put together a full breakdown on how to build an iMessage flow so good that your leads practically beg to buy, and now that your sending is live, it's the exact thing to watch next. It's right here on screen, and yeah, I'll see you there.